Good day to everybody out there to see thy wealth, water your health, drink a glass of water. And if I can ask everybody to hit that like button, hit that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell and hit all so you get all notifications when you come to the channel. Hit that like button, please. I'm trying to get these videos out into the algorithm, so hit the like button. Today, they are installing the well. I'm sorry, they've been trying to install the well. I'm getting irritated with them because it's taking them so long and they're digging, and the more they dig, the more it's costing me. What they are putting in today is the septic in the leach field. Vibrant is putting that in for me, and the water well is really the only thing that's holding me up, because they've started last Monday. Everything else is already in. The solar is in. Solar was put in last Friday. We are Wednesday today. I don't know when this video will come out. Maybe I'll put this one out right away, but I'm not sure. But the water well is the only thing that's really holding me up. If the water well was installed, then the septic and all of that with the plumbing and everything working together. Oh, I'm also waiting on a hot water heater. I just kind of found out that, the hot water heater that I like to go with is a solar one. I think they went damn near $2,000 for that. And, I got solar. A lot of the power that's being used comes from the air conditioning, what one decides to use to cook from, as well as your pump for your water. And, so I want to eliminate as much power being utilized from the actual main source of power as possible. So if we can take that hot water heater and get that solar, then that'd be great. Of course, that was something that's above my budget, but I think for the long haul, I think it'll be beneficial for us in regards to cost of just being able to save money, or not money, because we're not paying for electrical anyway, but energy. I might have to, get another battery, have some storage, because I honestly don't know. We'll be able to gauge this more so in the rainy months, which are on this way in 2 months. I think June or July, we're in May, so June or July, we'll be able to understand how much sun is getting to those panels, how much power is actually really being generated. But at the end of the day, when it rains, we'll be able to get water from that too. So we're not just going to be dependent on the well. But in regards to power, we're going to be dependent on the solar right now, unless we can convert some of that water from the creek into power. That'll be something to explore in the future. I'd be really, really excited to see how that goes. But, right now, I just came from the house. It just turned 8 o'clock. I was out there. I got the drone. Byron and his team. These guys, yesterday, they was able to get the drone out of the trees for me. So I was out there this morning. The drone is messed up anyway. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if it was the tree, but it actually got up. And then when I was bringing it down, it kind of came down to the ground so hard and hit the ground super hard. So maybe I'll try to buy another one. I don't know right now. Anyway, I got a lot of things to worry about. And the main thing I really want to get done is this well. I can't stress it enough. But that's out of my control. But what's in my control? And the well is and the garden is contingent upon the well. Even though I can get the creek water, I want to get this well together because I want to move into my house, if y'all can understand what I'm saying. Although I might keep this rental place for another month or two. I don't know. That may be just to kind of host people that want to come visit right now. Y'all can, not y'all, but the ones that are my family, whoever wants to come and visit, I can have that space for them to kind of stay in, while, they don't have to kind of be in my immediate area. Not that I'm worried about that, because I don't have a problem with that, but they can have their own space. So yeah, today is one of those days. I have to take this car back next Monday. I have yet to make a phone call in regards to none of the cars that I've seen for sale. I don't know why I'm waiting on that, because I definitely going to want a car as much as I like to. I don't need a car. That's the thing about me. But I don't have the internet right now. I don't need a car, but I don't have the internet right now. So the electrical bike is one thing that I'm really, really, really looking at getting, not just because it's electrical, but yeah, mainly because it's electrical. But even if I do have a car, I think I want to have the electrical bike because exercise. I like to get my exercise, and that way I could drive, and if I don't have Wi-Fi, I don't know when we're going to get Wi-Fi. I don't know when we're going to get Wi-Fi, family. They said they don't have something. So I'm going to inquire. I forgot to reach out yesterday. I'm going to reach out today because I would love to. If I had Wi-Fi on the property, I could probably do without the car for a little while longer. Because, got a grocery store not too far from the land. Got a gas station not too far from the land. Got, and the grocery store is mainly probably the main thing. That's what I didn't see in the grocery store. I didn't see any dates. But anyway, in about 60 to 90 days, I'll have a full crop of whatever I'm growing, in regards to vegetables and botanical fruits. So I'm not worried about that. And besides, there's plenty of people that are around that have their own sorts of fruits that I could buy. So I'm not worried about going hungry or anything like that. Besides that, well being a holdup, I couldn't have asked if, everything has went so smooth. It was only right that this well shit is a hiccup for me right now. They're 94 feet deep as of yesterday before they got there. I don't know what they did yesterday, if they just hooked up and set up for today. I don't know what they did yesterday. I left. And quite honestly, I'm just very, very frustrated with them. This is costing me almost a couple $1,000s more than what I really wanted to pay. So this is money that could have been going into other areas of my endeavor that I got going on here. If y'all understand what I'm saying, but this is the shit that goes on in the business of this. You know what I'm saying? And this is the journey. This is a part of the journey that I have to embrace and not let it get under my skin. I'm only talking, I'm talking about it right now. I'm not crying. I'm not complaining. I'm just sharing my day. And and I don't even want to call it a mistake. I will say it a mistake on my part in regards to the picking. I should have never picked this guy. He showed up late. That was red flag number one. Not only did he not show up late, he didn't show up at all that Friday. That was red flag number one. I should have said, you know what, your services are no longer needed, because I'd already ran into Byron. Byron's going to charge, and I probably would have, had I just went with Byron, I probably would have got charged about this amount, maybe a little bit less, because now we're at the 94 feet. Anything over 50 feet, they charge you $85 per foot. So we're 44 feet over the 50 that we should have, that we were calculated for in regards to our estimate. So red flag number one was him not even showing up that Friday to even come to see the job. That was red flag number fucking one. Excuse me. And I knew I should have just went with Byron. I knew it. And then I said, all right, well, Monday, come on. You're supposed to have been there at 1 o'clock to 1:30. They didn't make it there till 3:15, 3:30. That was red flag number two. That was red flag number two. And had I been on my bullshit or my business shit, I would have just told them that Monday when they came that late, you know what, I appreciate y'all time. I give y'all gas money for coming over here, but I'm going to go with another company. And that's what I should have did, but I didn't. So I'm here with y'all today, speaking about the mistake that I made. The mistake was picking this guy. I should have never picked this guy after the red flags. And a part of me felt kind of bad that, hey, they drove over there with his equipment on Monday and it was that late. And I still should have just said, you know what, fuck it, here's the gas money. Go on about your business. In all of my experience, that's why I'm very disappointed, because I knew I should have just cut his ass loose. But you live and you learn. But I learned enough to know that I should have never had his ass there after those two things. Because I said it. Damn, I shouldn't go with this guy. I knew I shouldn't have went with him. But he's there. He's there. With the first day that he got there, he threw a cigarette butt on my ground. I said, damn, you going to just trash my place? I wouldn't do that to your space. But he picked it up. And then when I just left from out there, I just seen, It's been good so far. They've been there since all of last week. And I haven't had that problem with him. And then today I go by there this morning. I'm there probably like 6 something, I don't even know. Almost 7. I go up to the station where they're working, and there's 2 cigarette butts sitting out there. A little bit of trash. You know, he's been being respectful with that when I said, but yesterday we kind of had a back and forth. I don't want to say a back and forth because I'm not doing that unless I really feel like I have to. And while you're still working for me, that's something I really don't want to engage in. So, because then you can fuck up my work. So, you know, Byron kind of told me to send him over, you know, just this description of how people locate water underneath by using copper. And these, like, you know how you have a compass and it goes in the direction of north, where these copper things are actually going in the direction of and crossing over where there's actually water at on the land. So I sent that over to him because Byron was just like, well, send this over to him and see if he uses, because Byron was kind of confused at why it's taking him so long to find this water too, because he dug a well in his yard in 40 feet and they found water. So Byron seems to think that he should have used that technique. It would have probably helped a lot more. So I sent that over to him. Look, I told him I like to get the house done. This is the only thing that's holding me up. I want to get in the house so I can stop paying rent in the village. Okay. And then, you know, I don't know. God just doesn't sound like a good, like, it sounds like a lazy motherfucker to me, to be honest. That's what Byron says. It sounds lazy. And that's what he's operating as, lazy. Because when you dig 94 feet and then you come and ask me what I want to do, the fuck you mean, what do I want to do? I want some water in my well. I didn't dig this fucking far just to kind of have you just ask me, what do I want to do? Nigga, get some fucking water. Like, come on now. Find some water. Like, okay, so you stop digging now and I still have to pay you for what you haven't done, and I still don't have no water? By this fucking point, just keep fucking digging and find me some water. It's sick. Don't ask me what the fuck I want to do. You know what I want to do. I hired you to find some fucking water. What the hell do you mean, what do I want to do? It's like, bro. But I don't want to give this guy this energy because, like I said, he's working. And I don't want to have him doing something intentionally to damage what the fuck he already hasn't completed. You know what I'm saying? These are the delicate situations that you find yourself in. I already feel like, you know what I'm saying? But again, it's a part of the life. It's what you sign up for. And if anything that I would have probably anticipated, I didn't anticipate anything. As much as I talked, because y'all been watching me. The ones of y'all that been watching me, y'all been hearing me talk. The leading up to this, the planning. I know I was doing the celebrity gossip videos. I know y'all saw those videos and was probably like, what the hell? But that's just what it is. I fuck with celebrities. I don't want to say I fuck with them, but I like the entertainment, the distractions sometimes. It's okay for me. Like, come on now. We all fuck with different types of drama shit that we might, or comedy, whatever we watch that keeps us going, or, you know. So I talked about it. And to be honest with you, I don't have the time to keep up with it right now, so I'm not talking about it. What you're doing is you're watching what I'm able to keep up with, which is my life. And I barely can keep up with that shit with this water guy, this well guy. But no, you know, if I had the time to talk about it, I probably would. I'm glad I don't have the time to talk about it. I saw that the Puffy trial started, you know, and that's pretty much it. And I really don't know how much of that I'm going to keep up with. I got this garden that I want to get started. I want to get in there to get, you know, moving with that. And that's my, like, once that well gets moving and I can get that water, my first line of action is the garden. The garden. That's how I eat. I've been slipping and I've been falling. And, you know, it's never hard for me to get back up. I don't want to say I've been slipping and I've been falling, but I haven't been working out. I haven't been eating the best way. Like, I have and it's not an excuse. There are no excuses. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. I'm just telling you guys where I am. I've slipped and I fell in regards to my standards and how I like to eat every day. I like to eat, majority of my diet or my lifestyle is fruits. majority of my lifestyle is fruits. I'll have a salad occasionally through the week. I haven't had any of those. I've been eating this heavy cooked vegan food in the last few weeks. I'm all right with that. I know how to get back in. I can fast for 3 to 4 days, and my digestive system will get rid of the waste that it needs to, and I can incorporate fruits and vegetables moving forward, and my system will get back to where I think I need to have it at. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to operate. Now that I'm down here, I got my coconuts right next door on my neighbor's land. Sorry, neighbor, not sorry. I'll return it when I get it. But I'm going to utilize my coconuts first, and then I'm going over to the neighbor, and that's where I'll be getting my water from, as far as drinking water. And I'll just do that for 3 to 4 days. And then, after that, I'll just incorporate some fruits back in. But in the meantime, it don't take me long to get my back in order. It doesn't. But just kind of letting you guys know where my journey is and how I've been operating. I mean, sometimes we get off track. Depends on how you're not find me eat no meat. That's one thing you're not going to do. That's something that I don't do. So you will not, no dairy products. I will not be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I'm okay with where I am. I'm okay mentally. There's a couple things that I'm working on, shit off the camera, like personal stuff that I'm trying to work out that I haven't really worked out yet. And maybe I'll bring you guys in on those conversations. Maybe not. If it's really, if these are conversations that we've already been having, then I probably wouldn't mind bringing you guys in on those conversations. But since I haven't talked about these things, I don't want to do that and have you guys confused. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about that more later on. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about that more later on. I'm just at a space in my life now to where I have, like, that mistake that I made a few days ago by using this guy, it's really having me rethink certain things going on in my life, because those are mistakes that I can't afford to have. I can afford to fuck up with this guy I can't even afford that, but I really can't afford to have fucked up energy in my space. I really can't afford that. Like, in the midst of doing all of this, I have to remain calm, collected, and I don't want to say I have to do that, but the professional thing to do when dealing with people who have families, who have lives, who have other responsibilities besides you, you can't just act any old kind of way. Yes, you're paying people. Yes, you are. Even though we're getting paid by people when we're working for them, they still can't talk to me any kind of way. You just can't. You just can't. Because then I'm going to work in a way that's not beneficial for all of us. That's me. Can't speak for everybody. So when I speak to this guy, and I have to be delicate with him, because I don't want him to, because he may just be like me, who may say, fuck you, man. You know what I mean? Like, or he could be one of the people that say, you could deal with that. But just even still, you want to be courteous and empathetic of how people, dealing with people. I can get my message across without sounding too condescending or aggressive. But anyhow, today we're just working on the leach field and the septic, and hopefully they could tap into that water today and find that water well. I'll be happy if that happens. Waiting on the people to come back with the electrical company with the people that installed the house, because we got sockets in the bedroom that aren't working. We have sockets in the bathroom that aren't working, and we also have light sockets in the kitchen that aren't working. And maybe the sockets are working, but the light isn't turning on. So we want to get them back in and get that shit on as well. And I have to go. I got to get the hot water heater. This guy's trying to charge me. He's not trying to charge. He's charging me. Like, this shit is expensive, bro. Like, family, this shit is expensive. Y'all want to donate to me. Please. I'm trying to get this thing right. Really, really. My main thing was, I said before I started this project, I don't care if I go broke. As long as I'm living comfortably on the land and I can support and sustain myself, that's all that matters. I don't give a damn if I don't have but $5 to my name when it's over with. I don't care. If the well water is coming out, if the solar panels are generating energy, if the food is fooding and producing from the seeds, right? And we got shelter over our head. We got Netflix. I mean, we gotta say, we don't have to have Netflix. We have our TV. We have our computers. We have our phone. We have our cameras. These are wants. But as long as I have those things, I am comfortable. We got the foods that we like. I'm comfortable. And I didn't care if I went broke. So right now, I'm going broke. I shouldn't say I'm using all my money, because I'm not going broke. I'm using all of my money to get this shit up comfortably. All of my money I'm using. Every dollar. So what you guys see me doing right now while I'm driving, I'm using my money. Because I'm paying for this car. You know what I'm saying? Everything you see me do, I'm using my money to stop. And I'm going to this direction so I don't have to keep working for money. I don't want to keep getting up every day expending my energy to go work for you. No, I am the one with the fucking power. You guys contact me or put up now hiring signs for people like me so you can have your house in order. But right now I'm getting my house in order and I'm putting all of my energy to that. All of my resources to that. So in turn, all of those resources will be put out on the network for people to watch, and I can utilize that energy to monetize. So you guys can learn from the things that I'm doing and get inspired to do the things for yourself. So you're not worried about people doing things for you. Yes, we are getting people to come out and do the garden. Actually, I'm going to do the garden myself. I'm going to do the garden myself. Now, the upkeep in regards to all the weeding all the time, I'm not going to do that myself. But the garden, I'm going to start that myself. The clearing of the land for the fruit trees and everything, and getting the soil prepared for next year when we're going to plant, I'm not doing all of that myself. That will be used with help. But that's okay. Look, I'm going to let y'all go. I've been going for 22 minutes and 30 seconds. I'll be doing these long videos. Sometimes it's be too much, and I'll be having a couple cut them and chop them up, and that's okay. But I'm going to holler at you guys later. I need y'all to like the video, please. Y'all been rocking with me, man. Like the videos, and subscribe to the channel. Also, share the videos if you feel compelled to. With that, everybody have a good day. Tap in, like the video, drink a glass of water. This is your brother C. Wealth. Water your health. Peace.